And
And we're
we're
live.
back. Yeah, we're back. The reason we're back is because when we was on live yesterday, it was a whole entire mess, and we didn't really talk about the episode because there was a lot of personal things going on, and people was in the background and whatnot and whatnots. So we decided to give y'all a Christmas Eve edition of the review, which this was supposed to be the original day. So we're gonna get into it as we get into it. So this is how it starts. Um Zach and Hayden is talking at Zach house. Or as I like to say, his structure, because it's really not a house, because he ain't got no furniture, no tables, no nothing. He's got a bunch of boards and sticks. He ain't got a house yet. It's not a house. Turn this house into a
However,
home. Come on, Luther Vandross. Um, he got to turn that house into a home, honey. And so Hayden let him know that he know about the insider trading and yada yada do. And they going back and forth. They doing their little spiel, they little thing that they do. So moving on from that, we go to the club. Go to the club. Hey, go to the club. We go to the club, and all the girls are sitting there, including the girl that's supposed to be pregnant, may not be pregnant, is pregnant, child. We don't know. So Carrie just sitting there like, and everybody else just having a good time. And El Flego or Legos or whatever his name, girl, that man's so fine. I can't help it. Anyway, El Flaco is like he's trying to pitch one of the girls to do a dance song,
always on the ziggity boom.
and I don't know why he
Ziggity
picked
boom boom boom.
Sabrina, but he picked Sabrina, so he takes Sabrina up
Always.
on the stage, and he do his little gyrating and twisting and twirling like the male stripper do, not a stripper.
Ziggity.
Um,
Zig.
so so after all of that twisting and turning and gyrating like a pretzel, the girls end up leaving, which leaves Danny by herself with El Flago, and El Flago's like, "Hey, let's go get something to drink." And she's like, "Okay, okay, whatever." So they get to Danny's house. Child, child, let me tell you, I don't even like light skinned people. I'm not attracted to light skinned people whatsoever. But that El Flago, he could download all of that into my floppy disk. Okay, I'm just saying. So So he's twerking and gyrating on Danny. I don't know if they had sex or not because they didn't show anything. So I don't know exactly what happened. But anyway, she's trying to get him to get up and get out and get gone. And she opens the door, and there is Preston. Yay! As if we need him standing there. Child, um, as if we needed Preston standing there. My goodness. Like, girl, what was going on? Like, you couldn't get your jump off no faster than that. You gotta get your jump off out of your house. Cause let me tell you something. If I had a jump off and Raphael was coming home, that man would be going out the window as he's coming in. Girl, no ma'am. So anyway, moving on from that, Zach goes to Fatima house and tells him that Karen is pregnant. And she like, by you? And he like, yes. And he like, yeah, she only been with me and that preacher guy. And then Fatima's like, well, there's no way that it could be his. And he's talking about something. Well, she ain't been with him that long. And yeah, yeah, yeah. So he basically trying to tell Fatima, it's mine. Don't worry about it. So she says, oh, okay, okay. I thought you really had something devastating to tell me. That ain't devastating. That's just life or whatever. Now, the way Fatima handled this situation was very mature, but it was kind of unrealistic at the same time. because I don't necessarily think a woman would handle it in that way. She would have some sort of emotion, something. Like you not just gonna be like, okay, cool. Like, even though Fatima's a Virgo, honey, and I'm a Virgo myself, and some of us Virgos, honey, we come with the maturity package, but we also come with the crazy genes. So I believe that Fatima got something up her sleeve, and I think that she doesn't believe that Karen is pregnant, and that is why she is able to take this situation in the way that she is because she doesn't believe that Karen is pregnant. And two, when Zach had sex with Karen, Fatima and Zach wasn't even official anyway, so she really couldn't be upset. They was just liking each other. There wasn't nothing official at that particular time whatsoever. So that's that. And then Zach tells Fatima about Hayden and the insider trading, yada yada doo doo. And she like, oh, don't worry about Hayden. I'm gonna take care of Hayden. And so when Andy leaves the club or whatever, she go to Rockin' Robin tweet, tweet, tweet. She go to his house, hotel room, whatever it is. And they sitting down, not eating the dinner. The food just kind of sitting there, and they pretending like they eating, girl. And he tells her, she's like, I thought you were supposed to be leaving. And he tells her, oh, yeah, plane issues. And she's just sitting there like, well, you could book another flight. Like, he's like, yeah, but the problem is, it's my plane. And he's like, he said it like this, like, I own the company, Andy. And she looking like, what? Excuse me? He's like, yeah, I own the company. So basically, what's going on is his company is merging with the company that she works for, which means he getting ready to take over everything once the merger is completed. So she's like, well, why didn't you tell me that? And he was like, because I didn't want you to look at me differently because of what I had, yada, 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 do. And she's like, now I don't like this because I'm about to be a cliche. I'm about to be a cliche now because I'm sleeping with my boss. That's a cliche. And he was like, well, technically, we slept together before I was your boss, for real. Oh. She's like, yep, true. And she goes, what if I wanted to keep sleeping with you? And he says, that could be arranged or whatever. And they they go and do what they do. Now, fast forward, I guess they had sex. I don't know. It looked like they still had all their clothes on. Child, I can't tell what's going on in these Tyler Perry shows, honey, because how you having sex with your clothes on, I don't know. So Andy's all like, I gotta get up, I gotta get out of here, I gotta go to work, I gotta do. And Robin is like, girl, you ain't got to rush. I already called Fatima and told her that we was gonna be a little late. We was gonna be a little late because we got meetings today. And she's like, I gotta go to work. I have to do the walk of shame. I have to get myself together. And he's like, Andy, sit down. And he's all of a sudden like, we would like to do it again. I'm like, oh girl, not we. Not we, child. So when he says we would like to do it again, people is thinking that a woman gonna come through the door. Why Gary come through that door? Gary came through the door. They don't let the G's in the door. They don't. So Gary comes through the door and he's like, mind if I join in? Cause Andy like, what are you doing here? And he's like, mind if I join in? And I'm like, girl. See, I told you this for the whole entire trap. Not a half one, but a whole one. So they go through that, honey, and that's just a food. So that had to mean that Robin been setting up Andy for the longest time. Taylor's oldest time. Beauty and the Beast, honey. Come on with it. So we go to the bank with Sabrina and Maurice is talking about his childhood and his daddy and yada yada yada. And before that, Sabrina had told Maurice that she contacted his mother about his father and yada yada yada. This is while Maurice was in the hospital in season 2 when he got beat up by Lonzo. He was in the hospital. So while he was in the hospital, Sabrina took liberties to contact his mother. And of course, he didn't know anything about this. So then she proceeds to tell him that she Googled slash researched his father. And she knew that he was on drugs and all this yada yada doo doo. so so he started telling her about his dad, like I said before, and all of this stuff. And because Sabrina was like, Maurice, he's not your father. So the moral of the story is Maurice has a savior complex because he couldn't get his dad down from wherever he was hanging from when he saw his daddy hanging because he said he wasn't strong enough to get him down or whatever. So he said from that point on, he knew he always had to be strong enough and yada yada yada. And he said that Q was saying some of the same stuff his father was saying and yada yada yada. So that's the parallel with that. So then we get to the dun 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 dun. We get to the scene with Hayden and Miss Fatima. She goes inside of Hayden's car because Hayden, I don't know if he was coming to work or leaving work or whatever. But he's in the car. All of a sudden, she goes to the passenger door and hops right on in. And they get to talking, and she tells him that she knows that he's been messing with Zach and harassing Zach and yada yada doo doo. so so they talking or whatever, and all of a sudden she pulls out these brass knuckles, y'all, and she proceeds to strike Hayden in the nose with the brass knuckles. So they tussling, they fighting. He hit Fatima. Now I don't know if he really hit her or he just brushed her. But when that happened, she started laughing and she said, "You did exactly what I wanted you to do, mother." And then she whistles, and then a van pulls up. People hop out. They go in the car. They proceed to beat up Hayden. And as they're beating him up, one of the dudes pull Fatima out the car, and she just walks away like, "I'm done with it." While he getting beat up, and as he's getting beat up, he talk about some Fatima help, Fatima help. Hey then, why would she help you? And you been harassing her. She planned this for you to get beat up. Why would she help you? Child, stop it. So that was what she meant when she told Zach she was gonna handle the situation. That is what she meant by that. Even though that should have been Zach handling that situation, if we being honest. But okay. So that was pretty much that. That was pretty much the episode. in a nutshell, I just wanted to do the review over without all the background noise and yada yada. And so we will be reviewing season 4, which is in a couple of weeks. Yeah, I know it's a Tyler Perry thing. Tyler Perry be putting these shows out like hot pockets, doom. Cause
I guess.
now we only got 2 weeks to wait for season 4, and child is gonna be an entire food. It's gonna be a mess.
And Hayden. Why did you expect her to help you?
He
You
talking about some
expect that.
help, Fatima, help, Fatima. You just gonna do me like that, girl? Hate it.
Why did you expect for her to help you? Why did why she set the whole thing up? Why did you expect her to help you? I know you probably don't know that because this is Tyler Perry land, but she set the whole thing up. So why would you expect for her to help you?
You talking about some Fatima, help, Fatima. You just gonna do this to me, girl? Don't do me like this. Help me. I hate it. I'm gone. What goodbye. What goodbye. What goodbye. Good night. Like, but
It
my
went on, went on.
thing is, Fatima, you should have let Zach handle Hayden. That's man versus man. A man should not have a woman out here doing those kinds of things because that's how women get killed. Doing what Fatima did in that episode, that's how women end up there, right there. Handling men,
Exactly.
handling man issues when it should have just been Hayden and Zach. And Zach, what kind of man is you got your woman out here setting up people and doing it? Where you at?
And you're about to Zach, you're about to be in jail. You're
You
about to
have a
be in jail.
you
I just want you to know that.
you have a baby mama and a girlfriend. You remind me of Derwin from the game when he was with Janae and she got pregnant and he left her and he went back to Melanie and they got married and yada yada. This is giving me very much game tease with this whole Karen Zach Fatima situation. This is what this is giving, and it's giving a lot. And Fatima, are you really gonna be cool when that baby is here? It's easy to say things when the baby isn't here. But when the baby's here, sis, and when you actually are faced with this, and the reality hits you in the face that this baby is going to be a part of your life, sis, are you going to be as cool as you was in this episode? I don't think so, sis. Because there's no way, no how, ma'am. There's no way, no
But
how.
but some women are cool with the whole baby situation.
Some,
Just
some, but
wanted to point just wanted to point that out. But
let me, let me say this. Some women are cool with it. For me personally to be cool with that, it's gonna take a lot of liquor and a lot of calming me down because what the do you think I am, girl, the ma'am? Like it's gonna take a lot of
like we're gonna have to do that topic on a different note.
yeah, we're gonna have to talk about that because sis,
I
I have
mean,
to
well,
be a part of
I
this
mean,
baby's life
I
too.
mean, well, do you wanna talk about it?
I'm just gonna preview what I'm going to say in the next video. It's not just about the father having a baby. The person he's with has to be in that child's life as well. And some women don't want that. Some women don't care. Some women have the mindset of, if I'm going to be with the father, I have to accept the child because they're a package deal or whatever. I mean, I was with a guy that had a child. Now, did I believe that baby belonged to him? Hell no. That wasn't my business, honey. You say that's your son, okay, there it is. Um, It's a lot. It's a lot to deal with. And I didn't have a problem with it. But could I see myself in that situation two, three, four, five times? Hell no. You got the wrong one every week for that. And I get, like I said earlier in the video, while Bay had his mic on mute, I said Fatima and Zach wasn't even official when Zach had sex with Karen anyway, so there's really no reason to be upset. There's really not. Because
It's really not.
he didn't
Because
have the
when
baby on you. He didn't have the baby on you. Y'all was not even together. So it's like, yeah, it's easier to accept it that way versus him cheating on you and having a baby with somebody. Now, if somebody did that to you and you accepted that in the same way you accepted it in this episode, for Tim, I'm gonna have to look at you like you're a little retarded. Now let Zach have another child while y'all in a relationship and see how calm you take it. You only taking this that way because, like I said, y'all wasn't even together, so it's no, you have to take it that way. What else you gonna do? So it's like people talk about,
yeah,
oh, she's she's mature and she did, she did. If Zach would have had
no,
that baby
no, no,
on her,
no,
that would have been a whole
no,
different
no,
theme
no,
song.
no. And I'm telling you now, for the slow people in the back, if he have two, three, four, five babies on her, then we can talk.
It's
But
easy. It's easy to accept a child from a man that you were not with. You were not with Zach at this particular time. So you really can't say, hey, he got a baby. Now, if he have a baby
thumbs
on
up the
you,
video, one viewer. Thank you. We
if he
appreciate it.
if he have a baby on you, you're not gonna feel like that. If he have a baby while y'all in a relationship, you're not gonna be as calm, cool, and collected as you were in this episode. You're just that way because one, like I said earlier in the video, I don't think you believe that Karen is pregnant. I don't think you believe that. So it's
But
easy for you to be
she
like,
cannot
oh, okay.
she cannot believe that all she wants to. But the fact of the matter is, eh, but I'm not gonna talk about that because I can go on the whole rant because
But
I was about to say something, but
my
never
thing is
mind.
this. I'm a very mature woman, but boy, it took me a long time to get here. Cause let Zach do some of that stuff that he did to me. Boy, he'll be punched in all of his throat. Like, child, where? When? Where? How? And why? Because no, ma'am. Andy, I'm
Yeah,
going.
Brittany ain't going for it.
I
I
told
already know.
Raphael I would cut his tongue out and put it on the plate and say, was you looking for this? Is that why you can't say nothing? I wish a man would, I wish a man might. A baby is one thing. Now, your man having sex is one thing. But you bringing back babies on the man. On the man. On the
so,
man.
so what if like we gonna talk about this on matter of fact, we're gonna come back right after this because we need to talk. We need to talk.
Cause, cause I, look,
But we're gonna end this and I'm gonna find another title because obviously she got more to say.
oh,
But that
I
was the
got plenty.
episode.
That was the episode, y'all. And we will be reviewing season 4. It
Yeah,
starts
so
January 4th. January 4th.
uh, wait, okay. Well,
Yeah,
we'll be back.
we'll be
Um,
right back after this message. Oh, and before we get off of here, we just want to say, happy holidays to the YouTube fam. Merry Christmas.
yes.
Happy
Yes.
New Year, all that good stuff. I hope all your kids, if you got them, I hope they got their daddies and all their presents. And we gonna come back.
Yeah.
We not done putting up content. We gonna come back and do one more video. So we'll be right
Today.
back after these messages. Bye bye.
Bye bye.